day is a struggle. Every day is a trial. Every day is a failure. I have to walk another mile. I'll go wherever you go. Every day is a heartbeat. Every day another moan. Every day is a gallows. I can feel it in the bone. I'm alone. Take me home. As you make the bed, so you must lie. Every day is a rabbit trap and a walk of the lamb. Do you think you can
Try to get a little workout in before I begin this video because I already know what the comments is gonna be. Damn, Joe, you fat as a bitch. Yo, y'all gonna stop making fun of my weight, man. I'm getting older, the metabolism's slowing down. I think I actually wear the weight well. But anyways, hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to After Prison Show, and got something good for you guys today. Now, I know by the title of this video, you might have been a little confused, ready to go ahead and hit that dislike button right there, but I'm hoping you'll slide on over to the right and hit that like button instead. Folks, I want to share with you guys today the many different games that prisoners play while in prison, and this is not a prison gameplay video, even though we got plenty more of those coming. We've got OnlyFans. Not the actual app or website, but we've actually got OnlyFans. We're playing the game with fans of After Prison. What were we filming about again? Oh yeah. Folks, today I want to share with you guys the many different types of games that prisoners play while locked up. And I'm not talking about when they get up on that phone and get you to press 1 and be like, hey yo, did you send that yet? You didn't send that. You didn't send that. Do you know how badly I need that money and what I need that money for? You don't. Well, allow me to explain. Yeah, I'm not really talking about those type of games. I'm talking about like games, like physical, actual games, like what prisoners do to pass the time. Playing games is a big part of what they do. Now, they definitely can't get involved in the prison role play that we've been doing where, you got a gaming PC, which you need to be able to do that. However, in the future, it might be a possibility. I mean, they're allowing prisoners now to have tablets and little MP3 player type of things, the JP4s, JP5s, JP3s, and there's games on those things. So maybe in the future, they'll be able to do that. And it's my hope that this is a video that you guys find enjoying. Like maybe you don't know all the different types of games that prisoners are allowed to play. And when you think about it, there's probably a few that come to mind. You've got your spades, you've got your chess, you've got your poker, but maybe you're not familiar with all the many different types of games that there are. And folks, there's actually quite a few. And it's my hope to expound upon those in this video and also elaborate as well. So with all of that being mentioned, let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and dive. I'm out of breath just trying to do that right there. Head first up into this video. What types of games can prisoners play while serving time? Now, maybe you find yourself in this particular category. Maybe you're the type of a person who's ready to go commit a crime right now. You're ready to go rob the corner store, but the only thing stopping you is not knowing, per se, what you're going to be able to do to pass the time when they catch your dumb ass. Because they will. Don't commit crime. It does not pay in the long run. Maybe initially it might. But if it is, not knowing the types of games that you can play, let's go ahead and get into those right now. First of all, you do have chess. Chess is a super boring game. I just got to be honest, like that's my reaction to chess. When I first got locked up and I seen dudes playing chess, I got so depressed. I was like, yo, there ain't no more PS1s or the PS2 that had just come out. Because Joe was getting locked up in the early 2000s. You know how bad it is to go from the controller and, the 32-bit games to sitting there playing chess, locked up. It was enough to make me depressed, to be completely honest with you. But that would quickly fade. I would quickly begin to learn that, chess was a cool game to play while locked up, and it actually made you smarter. You had to think. You had to outthink your opponent. This is chess, not checkers, which is another game that we'll get to in just a moment. But with chess, you had to be smart. And as I was learning how to play chess with a guy who had left a candy bar on as I was learning how to play chess, first getting locked up, I don't know why it hurt when I would sit down. When I was first learning how to play chess, my humor is probably horrendous. Fourth time, learning to play chess while locked up, I thought it was cool. I was young little whippersnapper, J Smooth up in there, do-rag tied super tight, getting mopped up on the chessboard. But win or lose, just like a fight while locked up, it didn't matter. Because you were playing chess with a guy who would be better than you in most cases. Maybe you're playing chess for the push-ups. A lot of games, that's what you bet. Bet the push-ups on it. Bet your chest. I bet you won't bet your chest against Tom Brady again. Current events, the Super Bowl. I just thought that I was fitting in. I was adapting. You're mingling with the old heads. Hey, yo, young little whippersnapper, let me tell you about life. Yes, old head, please tell me. You've been locked up and gone to prison how many times? 5. I'm sure I could learn a thing or two. One final thing about chess. I relate chess to life, even still to this day. I've got the chess app on my phone. I'm almost 40. It makes sense. But with chess, and just like in life, the only way to get better is to play against a dude who is better than you. You don't want to play against a guy that you're better than, but then again, that's how that guy gets better. Full circle type of a deal. But in life, I consider everything like the chessboard. And you want to surround yourself with dudes who are doing better than you, and you don't hate on those dudes, right? You don't hate on those dudes. I look at dudes in my personal life. Booker's doing hella good. John Chapman with the Johnny Appleseed Association, shout out to him. He's doing really well. You surround yourself with dudes who are doing really good, if not better than you, and that's how you do better. That's my philosophy. Moving on, next game, checkers. I hate checkers. You ever seen a dude get to fighting in checkers because you yo, king me, bang, making 4 jumps on the checkerboard? I really don't even understand checkers, so I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on it. Dudes will get to arguing over the checkerboard. Hey, yo, why we playing checkers and we not playing chess? Bang! Checkers. Another depressing ass, boring game that you won't play while locked up. Checkers is boring AF when they don't even got a mobile app for that shit. And if they do and you got that on your phone, you're making me question you. Hey, yo, you got checkers on your phone? Joel, you got checkers, don't you?
I love checkers.
Joel. Another game that dudes play while locked up, the solitaire. Card games. Card games are king while serving time, and there's many different ones, but nothing more depressing than sitting in solitary playing solitaire. A one-man game. You're gonna be stupid depressed doing that, and I've done it many a times. But before I get sad filming this video, let's go ahead and move on to the other card games that dudes play. Obviously, you've got your poker, the many different types of poker that dudes play. Texas Hold'em, Padookie, Lowball. You hear that? They be doo-dooing all the time when we get over here. I don't understand it. You've also got spades, hearts. Hearts is the opposite of spades. It's just with hearts instead. Dudes will play that for push-ups, just like any other game. You've got Tunk. You ever played Tunk with a dude nicknamed Unk while locked up? Tunk is sort of like Gin Rummy, which is another game. Dudes ain't gonna play Gin Rummy because Gin Rummy don't hit the same as Tunk does. Tunk is like the younger version, like the cooler, hipper version of Gin Rummy. If you're Unk or older, being referred to as while locked up, you play Gin Rummy. But if you're a young little whippersnapper, do-rag tied super tight, you play Tunk. It's just the politics. It's at least the way that I've seen it. You've got War. You ever play War while locked up? Go Fish? Crazy Eights? I seen a dude lose his eye behind Go Fish. Yo, you got any queens? Go Fish. Don't get locked up. Don't go rob that bodega. It's not gonna be worth it. I'm being silly about that too. That was just for the fear factor right there, okay? I didn't see it. I made that up. Sorry, I had to consult my notes right here. The old mind just don't be as sharp as it used to be. I probably need a 5-hour energy. All right, moving on from the card games. If I forgot any card games, you guys mention those down in the comment section for me. Refresh my memory and other people's memories as well to other card games that dudes play. What else do they be playing with the cards? Feel like I'm missing a big one too. Uno. Uno while in prison? Hey, yo, Uno, you could die behind that. Say Uno if you want to. Moving on though, the dice. Super important while locked up. And in some places you can't even have dice because those are related to gambling, which is crazy because they might not give you the dice, but they'll give you the cards. Now some places won't give you no dice or no cards. You ever been locked up where you ain't got no tabletops? Shh, that's tough time right there. All you got's the TV and the phone to bid off of, and you don't even gotta be the one making the phone call. You can sit back and watch what's going on the phones, and that's gonna be more of a soap opera or more drama than any show you ever seen. It's almost like watching Law and Order SVU.
In the criminal justice system, some cases are considered especially stupid. In Chesapeake, Virginia, the dedicated ex-prisoners who investigate these insane felonies are members of an elite squad known as the AfterPrisonShow. These are their stories. Dung 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 dung. Dung 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 dung. Dung 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 dung. Dung 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 dung.
It actually is a lot like that. When I think back to one guy in particular, a guy nicknamed Vito, been locked up for 20 years, was getting ready to go home. Older, New Yorkie type of a dude. Used to use the colored pencils for hair dye. He was talking to a chick that was like 20 years his junior. I think she was like 20, he was like, 40 something. Didn't look like he was 40 something, but the gray hair, so he used the black colored pencils to bring that shit back. Dude was super cool. At least we thought he was on the phone. He was having bad type of phone calls with the girl's daughter who was underage. And yo, I don't know if you know or not, but they record those phone calls. Yeah, Vito, last I heard, was facing an extra dub piece. I don't know whatever happened to him though, but I know they were trying to smoke him for that. But the dice. I got completely off track right there. The dice are super important. You've got your craps, just like you're in a casino. You've got your CeeLo, 4, 5, 6. You've got your little Yahtzee up in there. You ever played Yahtzee in prison? I don't even know how you play that. I just know it takes like a lot of dice. That's all I know. If anybody knows how to play Yahtzee, please leave the instructions down in the comments. Somebody could learn something from this video. But again, getting back to not being able to have the dice or the playing cards, both of those two things can be made while serving time. Dudes will cut up cardboard and make playing cards or manila folders to make the playing cards. And in terms of the dice, it just takes a little bit of tissue and some soap, or just soap in general. And you just shave that and manipulate it into dice. Dudes will do anything to get their hands on some dice. Moving on from the dice, another thing that you could get the dice from are the real deal board game tabletops, such as Monopoly. Now here's a crazy fact for you. I was locked up at one place that was so ass backwards. I don't know why that is, but a lot of institutions are just that. They might not let you get no dice and not let you get no playing cards, but they're gonna give you Monopoly that's got the dice and the play money. You ain't never been locked up before until you've been to a place where a dude not only snatches the dice from the Monopoly board, but he's walking around with all that play money on him like he full up for real. Dude, they don't even make $10,000 bills for real. Don't they got those in that game? Thousands, I think, are the highest denomination. And you can't tell dude nothing. He think he back out in the street. Now I'm gonna tell you another crazy story that took place involving Monopoly, and this is about as crazy as it gets. You know you locked up when you're playing Monopoly, and yo dudes commit a home invasion, come in masked up, kick down the front door of your cell like boom! Coming in there trying to lay everybody down on the Monopoly board for Park Place and Boardwalk. I made that up, dude, but that was funny. Come on now. I'm like an improv genius. Put me on a Netflix comedy special. I'll make you laugh. You know you locked up for real. Dudes got the mask tied around their face like they in GTA committing a bank heist. Like they a jewelry thief like Larry Lofton. What's his name? Shout out to that guy. He's killing it. It's a stick up. Everybody down on the Monopoly board. I want the Park Place, I want the Boardwalk, and all the $500 denominations. Oh, you got a hotel over there too? You got a hotel? Tell me where the hotel's at. You got the railroad. You got the railroad from all the railroads, the electric company. I just got to be honest, and you know, we're already like almost most of the way through this video. My skin color looks, I think the color is way off on this. And I don't know if it's because of this extra, is it me or is it that? We might need to color grade the mess out of this, Joel. It might be the orange contrasting with the green in the background. Something's going on. If I look sickly, it's not me, it's just the color balance of the shot. Getting back on track, forget the way that I look. Look, I risk it all for the biscuit in relation to these videos. And I hope that this is a video you guys are enjoying. And if you are, please leave a like. You know, if you're getting any kind of substance, value, information, or even a trickle of a smile or a laugh. Again, that like button, if you're not familiar with where it's located at, it's right, I believe it's right here in this general vicinity, right below my fingers. You know, I wonder to myself, we get X amount of views on a video, but that only correlates to so many likes and dislikes. And, you know, regardless, I just wish that everybody who watches the video, just one way or another, just hit me with the like or the dislike. Getting back on track, you know, Monopoly while locked up. It's a fun game to play. It definitely will help you pass the time. It might even make you become a venture capitalist or, you know, think about doing things a little bit differently when you get released, but at the same time, it's still super depressing. And in fact, you know, thinking about it in general, all games that you play while locked up, at times, they're just gonna be depressing as hell because you're gonna be thinking to yourself, yo, if I was out there in the free world, it is 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Tuesday, and I'm locked up right now playing Tunk, arguing with a dude over some cards. If I was out there in the real world right now, I wouldn't be doing none of this. I'd probably be getting high instead. Hey, you got any more kings in your hand? Go fish. No, not that one. Okay, moving on to another huge game. We couldn't do this video if we didn't mention this in particular in relation to games dudes play while serving time. Dungeons and Dragons. Now I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I am way too cool for the D&D. I don't know too much about it other than the fact that it is a role-playing game. Ironically enough, I'm role-playing now out here in the real world. So I was too cool for it in prison, and now I'm barely cool enough to be involved in it out here in the real world. It's crazy to think how big it is out here in the real world, whether we're talking about in front of a computer screen, in the bedroom, there's a lot of role playing that can take place there as well. Dungeons and Dragons, like it was just something that I could never really understand. Dudes will make it up. You don't need much except for an imagination to really, you know, make this. Dudes will have entire notebooks filled up with rules and scenarios and different labyrinths and worlds and what are those maps called in the video game? The DCLs? Is that what it's called? The CDLs? Joel, help me here. What am I talking about?
DLC.
DLCs. That's what it is, right? I said the DCLs. What is that?
Downloadable content.
Oh, I thought it meant I'm too cool for it. I gotta be honest. Like, what? But Dungeons and Dragons, and these dudes will get deep in that. Interrupt them if you want to. Yo, I'm slaying a dragon right now. I thought you was talking about your breath, because that shit is hitting too. You got that dragon slayer, and I'm not talking about the D&D. Have you brushed your teeth this week? This month? No. It shows. We ought to start a Dungeons and Dragons prison YouTube spinoff channel. What do you think? Could be something to it. What if in our prison role play game, we incorporate role playing inside of the role playing, Joel? Hear me out now. This is a freaking parallel dimension that we've just unlocked. Pandora's box ain't got shit on this. Dungeons and Dragons, that's another huge game in the prison. If you guys have played it, if you know anything about it, comment down below. I'd love to learn more about it. And who knows, maybe we could really incorporate it in our gameplay. One final thing that I want to wrap this video up with, don't want to make this super long, is the tablets that dudes get. You know, when I was getting ready to get released, the tablets were just coming in, phasing out real mail for email, phasing out real visits for video visits, and it's a horrendous thing. You're taking away human contact, physical mail, like you're just... You know, these are things that I think people really need while locked up. Physical contact, like to be able to hug somebody, to see somebody in real life, to interact with a real person. This is what leads to, I feel like, Dudes becoming institutionalized and the PTSD shit happening for real. This is real talk that I'm hitting you guys with right here. And you're making it even worse by phasing out real visits, real mail, real human contact with people from the outside and not just people you're locked up with. This is why dudes will come home and they will feel like they don't belong. But on those tablets, I'll never forget this for as long as I live, when they first brought these in, yo, we had games on the tablets. I was ready to run, I was almost ready. I was almost ready to spend the rest of my life locked up. I was like, wow, we've got video games in here now. And they weren't nothing but the little dot connects and like the worst type of mobile games that you could ever imagine, but they were games nonetheless. And you know, another thing, and I've never been anywhere where this is taking place. I've heard there was one prison that was close to where I was at that had this, but you know, there are certain spreads and jails that have like the PS2s and the Xbox. So that's pretty crazy as well to think about. And you know, as the technology continues to advance in the prison system, the only benefit to it is maybe that the games get a little bit better, because I can guarantee you, in relation to most everything else, there's not going to be too many pros for the prisoners. Again, that whole human interaction thing. Got a little bit off topic with all of that, but wanted to share that information with you guys nonetheless. Hey, look, if you don't know me, I'm Joe Guerrero and I'm a prison gynecologist. I am a philosopher when it comes to the prison content, and I truly hope that this was a video you guys enjoyed. If it was, please leave a like and a comment letting us all know what you thought about this. As always, until next time, enjoy life, the free world. Never take a moment for granted and make the most of every day. Peace!
You said a prison gynecologist?
That was gold, though. Wait, what is a gynecologist?
Every day is a struggle. Every day is a trial. Every day is a failure. I have to walk another mile. I'll go wherever